All right, what do you think? Captain's hat? No captain's hat. Captain's hat? No captain's hat. I'm going no captain's hat, yeah. All right, today is the day. We are checking out of the Dominican Republic. Should be easy. We should have to pay a bit of money because we've been staying here a while, but hopefully this goes well. This is kind of one of those things where bureaucracy can get in the way. Really hoping that doesn't happen today, but let's get to it and hopefully check out easily and say goodbye to Luperon. Let's get on it. Looks like we're not the only ones getting out of Dodge today here. You excited, Nicole? You nervous? Yeah. I'm full. Okay. We made it. All right, attempt number 2 to check out. First time was a little stressful there. Nicole had to bring a few more documents. A quick little walk.
I could walk a lot faster.
This is the Nicole walk when she's checking out. Back to the lab again.
They don't understand.
All right, these guys were super fun. I was able to crack jokes, have a good time. They were really, really good about it. This is ending up costing me $290. And suddenly that's it. Everything's done. We are now walking down the courthouse stairs. Let's get out of here. There's the boat that caught on fire multiple times. May she rest in peace. Goodbye government dock and fishing boats that drain oil and diesel. Goodbye sailboats here. Goodbye Luperon. This is it. It's got to be about 100 US worth of just really, really, really good food. This is our last meals that we will not be harvesting or making our own. This is the last time we're going to get to be able to use money to get something. Effectively, the challenge starts now, but we'll call it tomorrow morning just to be good. Welcome to the 100-Day Waterworld Challenge, an experiment in alternative ocean living, where for 100 days I cannot use money to buy food, fuel, dockage, parts, or anything new. I'll need to catch, harvest, grow, sprout, or hunt for my own food. And when things inevitably go wrong, I'll have to use my wits and ingenuity to figure it out. A combination of a Bahamas dream vacation on a budget, the ultimate apocalypse survival strategy, and an eco-friendly solar punk way to live. This is the 100-Day Waterworld Challenge, a Bahamas adventure of a lifetime. Good morning. Today is day 1 of the 100-Day Waterworld Challenge. I feel still pretty sick today. My throat's pretty sore. My body feels a lot better, which is good. And today, I just want to sail to the Bahamas. This is day 1. We gotta get going. So pretty excited for this. Got a decent night's sleep. Nicole came over to my boat last night like 4 in the morning for some reason. I almost decked her because I know who it was. She's never done that before. So I'm still a little bit like off of it, but pretty excited to get sailing. I don't see or really feel any wind out here just yet, and it is not a sunny day that we were hoping for, but as long as the wind is out there, that's all I care about. Let's get on it. Good morning, good morning. Are you ready to sail to the Bahamas?
I'm so ready. Are you ready to sail to the Bahamas?
Just about. Okay, I'll shoot you a radio chat when I'm just about ready. Sound good?
All right, sounds good, yeah.
Of course, something has to go wrong as you're trying to leave, and my electrical system's just doing a little bit of funky nonsense. Gonna get through this, let's get out. Luperon, nice little bit of sky, open ocean, super dense cloud line. This is what taking the first step feels like every time you start a trip. I swear, the first trip is always the hardest, just how it goes. Nicole working on getting her anchor up there. She got her main, I've got my main. We're gonna get out there, hopefully find some wind. I do not want a motor for this. Here we go. All right, off and moving at 7:45 a.m. on a Sunday. Feeling still pretty sick. I've got a little bit of a fever. This is the only weather window we got, so we gotta make the most of it. Nicole right behind me there. Probably wondering why my motor's so darn slow, but just having a little bit of engine problems as well, so I'm gonna take it as I can. Really hope we get something besides those black clouds up ahead. I am not thrilled to see that. That just looks like terrible, terrible rain the whole way through. All right, this is one of the last obstacles here, is the fishermen love to put nets and crab traps and fish traps right in the inlet. I don't know why. Like, they could go anywhere else, but they just love it right here. They just know that if boats are going past, they gotta put nets out. This morning we've got 3 different boats. Only 3 right here, nowhere else. Look at that, we've got a big net that he's casting out there. If that gets caught, my prop is screwed. It's such a pain to think about, it really is. It bothers me to no end. There's one of 1,000 of these buoys, and then these guys up here. Look at that, just rowing along, setting it out, catching every single fish in their path. That's a gill net. Those are banned in the US, but looks like I gotta keep ultra. I mean, straight across the inlet. That's the plan. It kills me. There we go. Morning, morning.
Hola. Yo.
Straight across the inlet. All right, they gotta watch out. A few more buoys up ahead, then we could be clear. I hate this dark line we got there, but it actually looks like it clears up that way. I just don't want to be in a storm the whole way across. Is the sea state out here? All right, not that way, but everything else has been really calm. So if the wind starts to pick up in this sea state, we are gonna have an amazing sail. And that's what we've signed up for. That's exactly why I'm taking this 170 nautical mile sail while I'm sick. Because there's just, you get a really good sail if you do this. So I'm hoping that this all gets pushed out and we're just kind of in here, but heading that way. Because I think that's actually the direction we need to be going. That's how far downwind we have to go. I feel some wind. It's time to put the jib out. All right. Oh, feel the wind. Feel the wind. Look at this sea state. Oh, I can't wait for this wind to start cooking up. Yeah. All right, so we got a reef in the main. So you know it could get real windy tonight. Looks like Arta just let out her jib as well. Start sailing. Turn off the motor. Goodbye, Dominican Republic. I know I'm gonna miss seeing mountains because I am not gonna see mountains for a very long time. So I've got a major storm up ahead of me here. Got a little squall right there, and I think I can see that it's pulling in the smoke from the cruise ship that went by, which is a weird way to know which way the wind is going over there. And then I got Nicole, who's trailing pretty far behind me, so I've actually slowed my boat down a bit. Hoping this wind keeps picking up so we can full sail, because I do not want a motor anymore. Decided to kill the motor to give Nicole a chance to catch up to me. And been messing with my heading. I'm still going like 40 degrees further, 50 degrees further upwind than what I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't want to get hit by this. I just see all the rain coming off of it. I'm like, I just don't want to get wet this early. What are you gonna do? Well, however wet I get in this, Nicole gets 10 times wet in hers, so it is what it is. But hopefully at least maybe once that passes, we'll actually get the winds we're supposed to. Because right now we're supposed to have like 14 knots of wind, and I'd say I'm maybe just now feeling 10. So I really want to get some speed, get moving, get cooking. I want to know that we're able to anchor up before the sun goes down. That's my one goal. Anchor up before the sun goes down. Whether that means going to Little Inagua first or whatever it is. If we go for Little Inagua, it takes 20 nautical miles off of our trip. And we can also aim more upwind, be more pressed. If we go down to Great Inagua, it means we'll be going much more downwind, and it'll add on 20 nautical miles, but that's also where we check in. So there's pros and cons to both. We can go to Little Inagua, spend a day there, 2 days there if we have to recover, and then the next day, you know, do a day sail down to Great Inagua to actually check in. So that's the plan. We're gonna just see how the conditions go. As a sailor, it's really great to be able to just point and say, hey, here's where I want to go, but unless you're using your motor, it's just not how it happens. Especially with this little gem here on the horizon. Looks like the camera's actually picking it up pretty good too. Hey, Adventureborne Arda. Hey, I'm under sail only right now, just letting you catch up to me. Are you using your motor as well?
Yeah, I'm motoring. I figured you turned your motor off.
Yeah, I just wanted to have you catch up to me. So basically, obviously right now we're aiming way more upwind than either destinations we want to go to. I just want to get offshore and hopefully get to some good clean air. Looks like we're probably going to get wet here. I doubt we're going to miss this squall. Prepare to get wet, and hopefully we can maybe even get past this and get onto some better wind and then start pointing down.
Okay, right now I've got some annoying helm. I think it's because my motor is turned all the way up, so maybe there's some crop wash on it. I don't know, it's really bugging me. It's making my hand sore.
Ooh, sorry to hear that. How's your autopilot holding up?
I haven't turned it on yet.
You gonna hand steer the whole way?
No, I figured I'd just settle in for a second, but I'll turn it on now.
Alright, well I'm just here up ahead. It looks like you're gonna catch me here soon unless the wind chimes on. We have not gotten the wind we wanted yet. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. It's not like I was looking forward to it. We do have this, hopefully to avoid. But look at that. It's little Miss Nicole on Arda, sailing along with all of her sails. Doesn't that look nice? It kind of looks like the rain band has been pulled in. I'm definitely optimistic about that. Yeah, because I think this thing was holding up our wind right now. Look at that, look at all that rain. I do not want that. Now we're into the wind. All right, here we go. Now it's about to get fun. Now the boat wants to heel a little bit. We are racing. We're racing the storm. Ooh, that was close. I think I want to turn a little more downwind. Look at that. All the downwind that I want, I can do. All the downwind. Yeah. No, but really, it's pretty great to know I can just go further downwind. Further downwind. Oh, what's that? Further downwind. Yeah, that feels good. Feels real good. I think it's about time to turn the engines off again. What do you think, Nicole?
Yeah, that rain's really picking up finally. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about 200% about to get wet.
Well, you'll keep it dry. I'm gonna be.
Now, because we're going downwind, I'm gonna get almost as wet as you. Well, that came on pretty quick. My boat is fully. Damn. I gotta round up. Woo-wee, that hit us hard. Damn near knocked me over. Look at this. We are into it now. Yeah, Nicole is super heeled over as well. We're about to get wet. Woo! That was gnarly. Now we might not be through it. Yeah, that wind line just smacked us both. We both had to just run upwind to not get capsized. Oh, I'm shaking a little after that. That was exciting, to say the least. Had to blow the main, blow the jib. Woo! That was something. How's Nicole doing back there? Looks like she's still fighting it. That was something. All right. Good news is I see light up ahead. Imagine one of those hits you in the night. That's why I'm going to be reefing in tonight. That was something. Still doing some funny stuff. I thought I had a little bit more time. Looks like Nicole's putting in her head sail. I should be putting on some foul weather gear so I don't get as wet as Nicole. Well, that was exciting. I really thought I had a few more minutes there. It's so warmer already. That thing just slammed us. I was like 10 knots to 30 knots in just a second. Let me know that you're okay, Nicole. Yeah, so Nicole had to heave too there. She wasn't able to get her boat under control. She had a lot of sail up when that thing hit. Fortunately, there's no way for me to maintain a visual contact with Nicole until this squall goes away. All I can do is try to maintain my heading and hope she gets back on it. Wow, some good waves up at the front. Alright, this has been fun. Adventureborne Dan, can you hear me? Hey, how you doing? It's a little hard to hear you, but I think you said everything's alright. How am I? I'm doing good. We both got rounded up pretty good on that, eh? It's a little hard to hear you. I think you've got some water in your microphone. Oh, that's so much better. Still a little hard to hear you, but you're okay? Yeah, I'm doing good over here, just trying to get my boat together for this sleigh ride that we're on now, and hopefully the squall will clear soon. Hold one for my heading. My heading's 330 on my my autopilot, but that's a magnetic heading. Yeah, I'm just swirling back and forth from a beam to a broad reach. I just don't want to be going DDW just yet. That's all I'm doing. All right, well, good to hear that Nicole's okay. These are big raindrops, which is good. That means it's going to end soon. Still tries to round me up every now and then, so when I get a moment, I'm going to try to balance my sails out so I'm not doing this swirly whirly dance the whole time, you know? That's the plan, at least. At least that's the plan. There she is. She's alive, and she's behind me. All right. So much rain. So much rain. Well, got to find out what wasn't strapped down, and really wasn't much. That's how it goes, though. When you first start sailing on a season, you find out what you've accumulated that's not seaworthy ready. And yeah, I'm gonna have to change a few things, including all my clothes. I am soaked to the bone. This thing is not keeping me dry at all. I'm just wet. But I'm happy to see that she's behind me still. And hopefully soon here, the squall will clear. We're definitely getting more and more light. Ooh, that's almost direct light on us. Ooh, that feels good. Something that's fun about this much rain is it calms the sea state down. Not sure how that works. If you know, let me know in the comments below. It's probably enough break in the chaos there that I might be able to get something dry. Nicole is getting further and further behind me. I think that squall probably scared her, so she's taken all of her big sails down, and now I'm going way faster than she is. I gotta figure something out. I also don't like the way my boat is sailing right now. I'm thinking I gotta just lose my main My thinking is right now that if I take down the main, I'll be able to go downwind much easier, and it might even slow me down quite a bit more, hopefully. I don't really see a downside to this, as long as the wind doesn't change too much. But either way, I mean, we're not doing an upwind sail, we're doing downwind only. I think I'm just gonna take down my main. I think that's my answer. Nicole is really far behind me. I gotta find some way to slow down here and not be too uncomfortable. Feeling a bit seasick. Had to spend some time below working on some stuff and trying to look at the charts and doing the navigation and everything, so I'm feeling a little seasick. A lot of these little decisions are gonna make a big difference, but I think the big one is I gotta figure out a way to slow down for Nicole. Her little handheld radio is absolutely garbage. I can't understand a word she's saying, so it makes communication really bad. Honestly, what I could see happening is I decided, hey, screw it, I'm gonna go to Little Inagua, and she goes to Great Inagua. I am getting seasick. And she freaks out when she realizes I'm not there, so I'm trying to make sure that she's comfortable with everything. Want to make sure that she knows how to get there, so I'm gonna try to slow down to get her back together with me. Here we go. Drop the main while trying to go downwind. Yeah. All right, into the wind we go. Still cooking. I cannot afford to get seasick on top of being regular sick. Oh, downwind is so much better. Alright, now I find a way to get comfortable doing this. Maybe I pull some in. Hopefully Nicole can catch up to me. And hopefully I don't have to spend the whole night out here. Because Nicole's darn boat, her Bristol Channel cutter, isn't as fast as my bendy toy. I get so crabby. We definitely got that, I don't know if this is 20 knots, but we definitely got good wind now. And it's hard to argue with that direction. Yeah, head sail only, for sure. I mean, the truth is, if only we had done this just before that squall had hit, I wouldn't have all this space on her. We're both definitely rusty sailors, there's no two ways about this. But I'll tell you what, I'm a rusty sailor who's about to go fast downwind. Thankfully, I've got food prepared, so I don't have to cook. I don't have to spend much time down below. I am not physically feeling this sail, but at least we have conditions that are really conducive to the direction we gotta go. So, all right, we are jib only now, and the boat is sailing much better. Honestly, I think we're going even faster. I just checked a second ago to see what my average speed was. 6.5 knots. I bet you it's actually more than that. Either way, that's pretty good. At 6.5 knots, and I could go even faster if I wanted. Looking at 21 hours from now. So that would be 3 hours back. So I'm looking at 7 o'clock if I wanted to go into Little Inagua. I could be at Little Inagua by 7 o'clock. Great Inagua would be pretty much exactly a day from now, 24 hours. What sucks is, like I said, I'm sick. I got some sort of like a flu, cold, whatever, and I'm feeling it badly right now. I feel super weak. On top of that, I'm feeling a little bit seasick, which I'm really trying to avoid. If I get seasick, like, I'm just gonna be useless. I'm gonna be absolutely useless. It's a downwind sail. I mean, I could have no sail up and I'm still gonna get there. I'm thinking I need to pull in some jib, almost all my jib, which I don't want to do. Slow down even more until I can get to better radio range with Nicole. I love Nicole, but she's not prepared for this. She has a tiny, dinky little handheld, and I can barely hear her at all. So I need to at least get within range of her. She could go faster than me if she goes double head sail. I tried to radio it to her earlier. I don't know if she got it. But yeah, if she goes double head sail, dead downwind, she should smoke me. But right now I can barely see her, and Yeah, so it's a bummer. I've never had to slow down on a passage before yet. I can barely see her back there. I've got at least, feels more like 2 miles right now, but at least a mile, probably like a mile and a half too. So here's me slowing my boat down. That's what you gotta do. Waves, when they come back on and off, they deflate the sail. Big wave, big deflation, come on. Alright. I do not possess the strength for this right now. We only need enough jib to just be going here. Ah, that's the ticket. Adventureborne to Arda, Adventureborne to Arda. This is sailing vessel Adventureborne. Come back. Adventureborne to Arda, Adventureborne to Arda. I don't think I can hear your handheld if you're able to receive this. I've reduced my sail area though, so I'm going to be trying to wait up for you to come get me. So I'd recommend dousing your mainsail. I did that and it's substantially better. And if you can, go wing on wing with your head sails. You can go further downwind of me. Hey, I can hear that you heard that. That's good. I can't hear you very much. Your handheld's too weak, but my bigger VHF is going to be able to reach out to you. So just to repeat it again, I've reduced my sail area, so I'm sailing much slower. If you can, put down your main. We just don't need it for this run. Alright, hey, it's good to hear your voice a little bit there. It's still hard to hear you, but as you get closer to me, I'll be able to hear you better. Like I said, if you can go further downwind, you go for it. Otherwise, just get as close to me as you can, okay? Yeah, I don't know, it's the best I can do. At least you heard me. Alright, so I just ran the numbers again. I am really not feeling well. I don't have my strength at all. I feel shaky. Just is what it is. To Great Inagua is 160 nautical miles and 5 knots. It's me at 32 hours from now, which puts me into dark when I would get there. And that's if I average 5. So long story short, I cannot average 5. I have to average more. My hope is Nicole douses the main, goes double head sail. I'd love it if she could beat me there. That would be fantastic. But I gotta be able to go my fastest. I gotta be able to go 6 and hopefully 7. So I can definitely at least get in there by daylight. Worst comes to worst, my thought is get Nicole close, tell her that I gotta go faster for my health and for having at least one of us in there in daylight hours. And that's my thought, is that as Nicole comes in, I can radio her and I can tell her like, hey, okay, yep, you're close. Look for my tricolor and cool, come on in. I can pick her anchorage for her. That I think is the best I can do. Oh God, I want to throw up. Woo! This is gonna be a rough one, folks. I'm gonna lay down. Way back there is Nicole. Like, way back. So, here's the thing. If I go faster, I get there sooner and my boat's more stable while I do it. But then Nicole's all alone. She'd probably be fine with it. But I know this is her first time out on her boat. And I bet that squall was pretty scary for her. It's certainly a little bit of a pucker moment for me. And I didn't have nearly as much. It's so much sail area up. Yeah, so I really want to make sure that she's okay. Because we are going to get some more winds tonight. But like, as far as things go right now, this is the sail we were promised. This is pretty nice. I'd like to put my full jib out, but still pretty nice. Ooh, don't feel so good. Throat hurts like hell. And I've got like $100 worth. It's called Buccaneros. It's the best restaurant in Lukron, hands down. It's a Polish guy, Gregor, makes this stuff. It's so good. I have Polish, like, potato pancake goulash. I have ribs. I have pierogies, a beet salad. I got something else too. I don't remember what. I know I got like 4 or 5 things. I spent a lot of money. Why? Because I didn't want to cook. Because I want to just be on a sail and just eat the whole time. But I also got to be drinking a lot of water for this. So I'm just going to be downing electrolytes. And I'm hoping that Nicole can catch up within a couple hours here. I've definitely got a hell of a lead on her. But, I mean, I think I took in like 40% of my jib. It's got to get her to be faster. It's got to close this in. I'm not feeling so good. Super shaky, tired, achy. And what's worse is, despite having as much sail area down as I can, I feel like I'm still pulling away from Nicole. I don't know how her boat can be going this slow. I mean, she pulled the anchor back onto the boat, right? Like, she didn't just like let it hang. A little bit of sunlight. Well, that's the first sunlight I've had yet today. Gonna get hit by another squall soon. So yeah, it's definitely frustrating. I could be pulling 7 knots right now, but instead I'm doing like 4.5, trying to wait for Nicole, but I'm still going faster than her. The thing is I'm going downwind, so I can't just, I don't know, like heave to, I guess. But the sea state's building up. I'm already weak enough and borderline seasick as it is. So I want to get close enough to at least find out how she's doing. I made a wave. Ooh, that was a good push. That was nice. I made contact with her earlier. She sounded like she was doing okay, but because she didn't buy an actual VHF, or she didn't hook up her actual VHF, I can't get in contact with her. She just has that little dinky handheld. So this is just a frustrating situation of Nicole's boat not being fully ready to go, I think. Her not having it ready, not having the right sails up when she should have, and not having the things that she should have had on hers. I'm not saying I'm a perfect sailor, I'm definitely not, but I don't know. I'm a little frustrated right now that I can't sail faster downwind because I'm waiting for her and I can't make contact with her, so big wave. Let me get a good following seat. Yeah, I should be riding these, not letting them swamp the back of me. And that's what I'm scared of, is I just don't want to be bashing back into these. So, trying to figure this out. Good job. Oh, we're about to try there we go. Alright, do what we can here. Got a pretty big vessel out that way. Judging by the bow, it kind of looks like a Coast Guard vessel. I wonder if I could have them bounce my traffic. They might be able to, with a more powerful VHF, send my traffic over to Nicole. I tried turning my Starlink on to get a hold of her, wasn't able to. The last time we did chat, which was probably like an hour or so ago, she sounded fine. I just couldn't understand like every word. And about 80% sure that she was saying that she was fine, that I could go ahead and speed up. I don't think she wants me to wait for her if I'm going to be sick and useless. I don't think I should try to wait for her if anything does go wrong and I'm beat up and sick and useless. I don't know how much that's going to help. Got multiple boats up ahead of me, big ones, freighters. And then what looks to me more and more to be like a Coast Guard boat. So let's see how this goes. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to any boat in this vicinity that can hear this radio transmission. I'm attempting to bump my VHF over to Sailing Vessel Arda. Sailing Vessel Arda is the boat I'm trying to reach. If any vessel in the vicinity can hear this, you can help bump traffic. Let's just hope. This is the sailing vessel Adventureborne attempting to hail sailing vessel Arda. Sailing vessel Arda. Any vessel in the vicinity that can receive this transmission, if they can attempt to bump this VHF to sailing vessel Arda. Over and out. Looks so much like a U.S. Coast Guard ship, but I feel like they would have just responded to that. So the U.S. Coast Guard has like crazy powerful VHFs. Like they can talk to the U.S. from here, I'm sure, on a VHF. So to connect me to Arda over there would be no problem. They throw so much juice. I have no problem. I think it's too, as we're kind of on an intercept path, me and them. Anyway. Hopefully they're not going to pull me over because I don't think I have a flag up right now. I'm just an unflagged vessel. Man, what is that on my horizon? Well, the Coast Guard looking boat just did like a 90-degree turn. Kind of right towards me. I really hope I'm not going to get boarded today. This is not the sea state to get boarded in. Alright, a bit strange, but yes, that is definitely a U.S. Coast Guard ship. He's even armed, I can see the main gun now. God, I hope he doesn't want to board me in this. This would be such a pain. Be cool to have happen though. Be cool to see the Coast Guard guys. I mean, if they're gonna board me, then they definitely have to let me use their VHF. Alright, I hate asking for help, but I think I'm gonna ask them to bounce my signal directly. Here we go. Sure, if I had AIS, it'd be a lot nicer so I could call them by name, but it is what it is. Alright, there they are. Right behind my stern. Right behind my stern. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. Jesus, so I gotta wait till they turn again so I can see their name? Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. This day is just getting weirder by the minute. Now I've got this, like, weird looking thing coming up. It's got some giant golden ball on the front. That is weird. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my stern. I don't know what to do. I know these radios work. I don't get it. Are they not allowed to answer me because they're near the Dominican Republic or something? Adventureborne to Arda, do you read me? I just heard Nicole, like, loud and clear. Adventureborne to Arda, do you read me? Adventureborne to Arda. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, now the U.S. Coast Guard ship has turned again and is now paralleling me on the other side. This is such a weird day. I just wanted a nice downwind sail, but instead I've got like a weird Coast Guard ship that won't get a hold of me. Arda, my girlfriend, I can't get a hold of. And now I've got God knows what this thing is up here in my path. The really just strangest looking object on the planet. It looks like a mobile refinery is all I can think of. Sailing vessel Adventureborne to the Coast Guard ship off my port side. Sailing vessel Adventureborne, the U.S. Coast Guard ship off my port side. I put it on low this time, maybe that'll make a difference. I've exhausted my options. I considered throwing out, I've got a small sea anchor in my dinghy that I could throw out, try to heave to for a while. It would be a while though. And the thing is, I'm getting worse. I feel a fever now, I'm shaky, super weak, a little slow, annoyed. Pretty sure I'm not hallucinating that there's a Coast Guard ship right next to me that's not helping me on the VHF. Pretty sure I'm not hallucinating that I heard Nicole a second ago. She sounded okay. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say that she's found a point of sail that's comfortable for her and Kaijin, and she's just gonna stick to it. But either way, it just doesn't make sense for me to hold up and try to do some wacky plan and put down sails and go forward and do this and do that, wait up for her, when I'm too sick right now to really be of much help. Like, I've got a couple last bits of energy in me, but like, not much. So, I hate to say it, but like, I mean, I'm gonna continue on this. I'm not gonna open up my full sail yet. I'm gonna still wait, but I've tried Starlink. She's not on Starlink. I couldn't get on Starlink either. I've tried the Coast Guard ship. I've tried these guys next to me in this weird floating oil refinery nonsense. I've tried my VHFs, both of them on high, low, and medium. I'm just getting bounced around too much now. And I mean, if anything goes wrong on my boat now, I gotta make sure I have enough energy to deal with that at the moment. I would love to know what this Coast Guard ship is doing, besides the fact that they took my stern to not be in the way of me. That was nice of them. But I'm pretty sure they're pointing right back up towards me again. Like, I just don't get it. And it's frustrating because I want to be there for Nicole, but I can't slow down any more than I already am. So this is it. I got to just stay on this, figure out my timing, make sure I get into there before the night, and make sure I don't get hit by anything, because this is what's going past me. Look at this nonsense. What kind of Waterworld future dystopia stuff is this? Look at that thing. What is it? It's like golden colored with 4 smokestacks and like something red in the back. Being towed, obviously. This is so weird. This is so weird. Yeah, and the Coast Guard ship, now they're pointing back up again. They're just doing like zigzags around me. I don't get it. I just ran the numbers, and if I don't start speeding up now, I don't get in daylight hours tomorrow. And I'm already feeling weak. I do not know. I mean, I assume Nicole is fine. When I did hear her on the VHF, she didn't respond back, but she didn't sound frantic. And I love Nicole, but she loves to sound frantic when anything's wrong, so I think she's just fine. I think she's just taking her sweet time, and she's gonna get there when she gets there. But I think it's time for me to put out the full jib, because there's just nothing that I can do. I can't turn around this far in this sea state. The waves are building, and they're starting to catch up to me. And like, I mean, I don't know if the camera shows it as well. It always makes it look like the waves look tiny. But a few of these have started to crash on the back here. And especially if they start coming from a different angle. Anyway, long story short, I gotta open up the jib. I gotta start going a bit faster. And hopefully whatever Nicole's got going on, she can speed up, because she should be faster than me out here. I don't know how much of a difference that made. The boat definitely feels a lot smoother all of a sudden. Like I can actually sit. It's kind of nice. I am feeling pretty weak though. Oh, that feels a lot better. Still got a brace, but that feels a whole lot better. Yeah, there's 7 knots. Yeah, that was a pretty big difference. So with what we have left to do, got 150 nautical miles ahead of us. Jesus, we've only done 20. Woo! What a kick in the nuts that's been. So out of that 150, we can average 7. That means that we'll get in tomorrow at like probably about 10 o'clock, which is a lot better. If we somehow average 7. If we average 6, however, we get in tomorrow at like 1 o'clock. And then if I average 5, that's when things go really bad. I really hate this. I really hate that she's not next to me right now on her boat. The truth is, like, this is an optimal sail, especially right now. The sea states, now that I'm going a little faster, is a lot better. Just sucks that I'm still sick from the past couple days. I just hope tomorrow I get to see Nicole in Matthewtown. That's it. I'll be good with that. If I don't, I just know I'm going to stress through the roof, which I get more rest. Something kind of crazy I was thinking about is, what if Nicole turned back? What if when that squall hit, I wasn't going that fast because I slowed down? What if she broke something then and decided to go back to Luperon and she was just motoring back and that's why she was going so slow? Because there's no way I've been going fast enough. That makes a lot more sense. There's no way that I went that fast. I was doing like 4 knots downwind. There's no way that she could have gone that slow. I think she turned back. She must have broke something. Decided that she couldn't keep going. Only thing I can think of. I don't know. I don't even want to eat. One of those things, if you don't eat, you won't have the strength for later. A lot better when it's warm. This is it. This is my life for the next 24 to 30 hours, depending on the wind and the waves. I am so sick. I'm so tired. But thankfully I'm not seasick. That's the absolute worst. I avoided that because I stayed up top. There is no one in sight, including Nicole, which easily leads me to believe that she turned around. I've thought about it. She had enough time to just get right back to Lupon to fix something. That's what I'm going to go with until I hear otherwise. But if that's true, when I get to Great Nog, when I turn my internet on, I should get a message from her letting me know how she is. If I don't, well, then I'm going to go crazy. Alright, that's enough. I'm not show you what the conditions actually look like rather than just looking at me curled up. Truth be told, this is a pretty ideal point of sail. I mean, we're jib only, cruising along. I think we're hitting like average of at least 6 knots. The waves are pushing us along mostly. Whew. I'll say it again though, if somebody was at the helm for this, you could be surfing every wave, it'd be awesome, but I just don't have it in me. Thank you, autopilot. I've been hand steering for like 10 minutes and I can barely keep my eyes open. This really is an ideal sail though. I can surf pretty much every wave. It's a little rolly, but it's nice. I like it. Wish I was up for a little more. I'm not getting rained on right now. I get to the Bahamas soon like this. Alright, it is 5:40. Probably gonna be the last bit before the sun goes down. The wind is definitely building up and so is the sea state. A lot of big waves. I've been going a little bit more upwind just to try to get some upwind advantage so I can go dead downwind with this stuff. Because if big wind does hit, I don't want to have to try to be reaching in the dark. I'd much rather be doing that in the daylight. I think a little bit better. I think my physical health has been replaced by my anxiety. I don't like that I didn't get to see or hear exactly what happened to Nicole. I think she turned back though. She's capable, she's her own captain, so I got faith in her. It's just, I wanted us to stick together, but as soon as that squall hit, it was like, if I turned up, we could run into each other, we couldn't see so much. There just wasn't much that we could do, and with her VHF being so limited, I had no idea where she was or what was going on, and I'm getting beaten, so I I don't like this. This isn't a good way to start a trip. But like I said today, the first day is always the hardest. There's always something. There's always more things that go wrong, and hurts to swallow a lot. Yeah, so gonna get through tonight though. Oh, that's a big one. All right. Well, when we catch the waves, we definitely do like 8 knots. My voice is doing a little bit better, which is good. But I think it's gonna be a very long night of surfing surprisingly large waves. That nonsense about 4-foot waves. Yeah, they're nice though. They're not like the worst, but every wave that comes back threatens to swamp the back of the boat here. It's definitely gonna be a bit of a tense night. There's no moon out. I can't see much. I can only sail by feel. And I'm pretty much just helping the autopilot because it's so swirly. My autopilot's pretty much dead. This is my life for the next 10, 12 hours. Ew. It's about 1:40 in the morning. Got a little bit of sleep here and there. I've furled in the jib a bit. Trying to go further downwind without driving my my jib. Got the motor on now just 'cause I need the electricity because I've been running the autopilot so much. I can't wait to anchor up and just sleep. That is all I want, just to sleep. It's 3:30, but now I got a moon. Hey, almost through this. Almost. Little bit of something.
So ended this very first day of 100 days, which turned out to be a very rough day for myself and Nicole. Little did either of us know the next day was going to be even more challenging. Stay tuned for the next episode or join my Patreon to watch it early. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope you feel inspired to begin adventures of your own. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For an exclusive, in-depth look at this adventure lifestyle and to further support my channel, become a member of my Patreon crew. Link in the description. I'll see you on the next adventure.